Hey, hey, everybody. It is the deal. Ooh, some cold air coming in there. How is everybody? We're gonna work on our Christmas challenge part thing. We are. Wait for a few people to come in. How's everybody doing? Huh? I need to switch accounts so I can see your guys' comments as you're jumping on. Say hi. Let me know that you are. Um, we're gonna work on our Christmas challenge today. The Jordy Johnson Christmas challenge. So put that there so I can see everybody's comments. So my plan is on one of the bigger pieces of wood. I think this is a 1.5 by 1.5. Yeah, 1.5 by 1.5. This is gonna be Santa Claus. He's gonna go in our hollowed out log that we had. So this will be Santa Claus. And then I have a bunch of 1x1s here, different, like all different lengths. This one I started carving a bear, so I don't know. But I have a bunch of different ones. We're gonna do some trees, some presents, some elves, all kinds of stuff. So, and most of it's gonna be whittling. I might Dremel a little bit here and there, but I think most of it's just gonna be whittling. I do need to stroke my knives because, yeah, we have not done that in a hot minute. So let's get this all ready here. I need to get some putty on it. I have not used my knives in a very long time. So let's get some goop on here. I don't know what it's called. I call it goop. And we are going to stroke the knives a few times. Get them nice and sharp and ready to go. I even have my X-Acto blade here, and you can even stroke that. You can stroke your X-Acto blade and make it much better too. Because I do use my X-Acto knife a lot. This is another blade that I use a lot of, so we want to get it nice and ready. I just do 10 times and then flip it over and do another 10 times. Hello, Billy. How are you? Getting our knives ready. We're going to do a little bit of whittling today. Making a Santa, some elves, a couple trees, presents, stuff like that for the for Jordy Johnson's Christmas challenge. Okay, it says my orientation is locked. Whoa! About lost the phone there, guys. I don't understand. It's still working. Right? Oh, no, it is not. Why is this being silly? Okay, hold on a second. Is it gonna come back? There it did. I don't know what happened. It stopped on me. That was weird. My screen went black. I guess I'm not the only one who has a problem with that though. Cause didn't I think Woodchucker had that problem too. The screen went black on him. I don't know what happens there. Why that happens. This knife needed stroked really bad. I use this one a lot though. Until the compound builds up on it where it needs, where it's gotten kind of nickified at. See where it's... I don't know if you guys can see that. It kind of builds up on the knife there. I want to get that off of there. So it's not going to be good when you're whittling. I know this is probably a no-no, guys. Don't do this. But it does help get the stuff off there. And use your shirt to get the extra. Make sure that they're nice and shiny. This one is not. My end is really boogered up on that one for some reason. That's okay. Now we've got to do this one. Or a nice long one. Hello, Lucian. How are you? We're getting our knives ready. We're going to do a little bit of whittling, which is a little bit different than what I usually do. I do chainsaw carving and dremeling. And we may do a little bit of dremeling, depending on how tired my hands get with the yeah, this. But, so we're going to use... These littler ones here are going to be like trees and elves and stuff. And then this one here is going to be Santa. Or attempt to be Santa. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with my... I've had so many problems with YouTube lately, guys. Like, a lot of problems with YouTube. Even in my house. Like, I try to, like... It just keeps doing this. I don't understand. I go turn it on and it'll shut itself off. I don't know why. It does this in my house too, and it just makes me so mad because it's like, dude, all I want to do is have my YouTube on. And I can't because it won't load. And it should because it has internet access. It's just being silly. But yeah, we do have the Dremel right here too if I have to Dremel. Which I made Dremel some just to not have to do everything. Now let's see if it'll stay on. So, we got all of our safety stuff. We have our thumb condoms. Because we need them. But I had it on the wrong thumb. Because, let me think. Yeah. Have to have a glove. Gosh, I haven't done this for so long, I forget which hand to put the glove on. That's sad. We got our glove. I do need my pen so I can draw. You gotta... Whittling is a little bit different than chainsaw carving. Chainsaw carving, I just go for it. Whittling, I actually... Oops, sorry. I actually planned it out here. How long is this piece here? It is almost 5 inches. So we want him to have legs and a body and his head. So if I go 2 inches, and an inch, he'll have some short ass legs. But the 2 inches would be his hat. Like he'd have an inch hat, an inch face. Maybe go an inch on his torso and a little bit longer. I think so. Okay. This is where it gets confusing because I have to figure out what the hell I'm doing here. Okay, so we're going to go 1 inch here. That's going to be his hat, his face. And then I got 2, 1, 2, I got 3. So maybe if I go half and half, half torso, half legs, think that'll work? I think so. We'll go 1.5 inches and then 1.5 inches. So let me mark these so I remember where I went here. Okay. We're just going to go all the way around and mark that. Then I kind of have my guidelines there. Alrighty. Then we need to mark our center, which is corner to corner, corner to corner. There's our center of our hat. And let's flip it around. Hi, New Beginnings. How are you? We're starting on a Santa for the Christmas challenge. I'm going to do a Santa on this piece of wood. And then my smaller blocks here, we're going to do like Christmas trees. We're going to do elves. We're going to do presents. All kinds of stuff to go in the workshop. And if you guys have not seen, go watch Ho Ho Ho. It was my live I did the other day where we were hollowing out the workshop. And we will get working more on that workshop here after a while. All right, so this is his body here. And I'm just going to rough it in. Good thing about it is when I whittle, all this comes off, so I'm not too worried about the marks on it. And it'll be kind of a mixture of whittling and drumming, I'm sure. Okay, and then this is going to be his face and his hat. So his hat is going to come down a little bit in the back because that's just how he goes. I'm going to kind of curve it. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to come up about a ½ an inch. No. Maybe about 1/4 of an inch. Okay, and we're just going to kind of curve this part. Okay, and it's going to go like this because his nose is going to be in there and his eyes and stuff. This is going to be the bottom of his face. So with that being the bottom of his face, let's figure out his face here. So we have eyebrows, eyes, nose, his mouth, and his little beard can come down into his body. Let's go eyebrows. Maybe right here. Eyebrows are going to be right there. Then he's got his chin. So his mouth should be like right here, which then makes his nose right there. Okay. That's how we're going to work that. But that's, and I messed up already. Because it's going to have to be on a corner. So, let's raise, I don't know what I'm doing, guys. It's been a while. I'm going to raise this here. So this is going to go from here to here. This one's going to go from here to here. From here to here. And then this will come down. Come down 1/4 of an inch here. Back. So it'll come this way in the back. That's how we're going to do it. Okay, so that'll be his hat. It'll just kind of curve around. So now let's do our measurements here again. Okay, his eyebrows are still going to be right there. And that'll be his nose, and this will be his mouth. So we'll just kind of mark them in. Okay, and then this is his face here. But it's not going to be flat. It is going to come kind of upwards this way. But not straight from the cheek. We're going to come back, or from there we are going to come back a little bit. How about we come up? Yeah, this project is probably going to whoop my butt. I'm not going to lie. Because I haven't whittled in a while. Like that. I'm going to go there. And then here. Go to there. Okay. And this is 1.5 inches. Oops. there's that and that. So it's just going to round down to here. We are going to come in on the side like his... We're going to come in... I'm going to come the full length of this to here. On each side here. Of his face. Okay, right, that is his face. So, coming a whole inch and a half here. Or inch there. So then his jaw will come from here on down. And then from here on down. Something like that. Oops, I made the line wrong there. From here on down. Something like that. He'll look like Santa. When we're done, he will look like Santa. I don't know what I'm drawing. I suck at drawing. So first we're going to get the hat cut in. So we're going to make some stock cuts. And kind of try to follow our line here a little bit. Make a stock cut here. And go up to it. Here, I'm just going to take my knife and undercut it there. Like that. Knock them out. Then I kind of have my little bit of relief that I need. Boy, I have not whittled in a while. I don't know how to control my knives no more. Yeah, it's gonna be a challenge today. I'll tell you that now. Maybe I should just use my... I don't know. I have better luck with a razor blade than I do with a knife sometimes. Don't know why. I just do. So you'll see me a lot of the times I will use a razor blade. And that's always been a controversy on if you should use a razor blade or not, but I like to. Seem to have more control with them. I can get smoother cuts with them too. You guys kind of see what I'm doing here? Just kind of undercutting the hat a little bit here. So we have some relief of what we're doing here. So see, his hat will be here. Now it will come in, all these edges will come off. And my big honker. This works really well to get your edges off, or corners off. He is going to have a nice rounded hat. And his face is going to be rounded too, so we can also do that while we're at it. Here, I don't want to go too far under, but we are going to have to get rid of the corner here. So we're going to have to go under, but his face will be sat back too a little bit. So, because the only thing we need to keep, I'm going to go ahead and get this pushed in. We do need to keep where his nose is. That has to stay as a peak there. Everything else can go away. But he has to keep the peak for his nose, because when you look at his profile, then his nose will be the furthest thing out from like his hat and everything else. I love this knife. It takes a lot off at one time. I love that. Okay. Right there. We're going to kind of go up under there. Go for this side. Right there, undercut in here. Alrighty. Clean that up right there. Got a few little boogers. Something I like about the X-Acto knife. It gets the boogers out really good. My phone is going crazy. Don't know why. So what is everybody up to today? Is anybody up to anything fun today? I mean, I know this is probably all that I will be doing today. I don't know. Take that edge off. And let's cut in. Because this hat is going to come in a lot. So I want it to be right to there. And then as we come in, we're going to have to kind of trim away its face too here. Now on this side, he is going to have, I'm going to make a square here, right there. He's got to have a ball on his hat, so that's what that's going to be right there. It's going to be his little ball. Got to get that kind of carved in there so that we don't lose it. It's going to be right on the edge of his brim too. So you take some big old chunks out of it. Get him. I'm going to start getting him rounded a little bit better and get his face in here a little bit more. He is going to have a very pudgy nose, I do think. That's what I'm wanting. I think that's what I'm wanting. Pudgy nose for Santa. What do you guys think? How many? We got 2 people watching. Like, what world? I don't understand this. Go to where I need it to be. That's not what I wanted. Rotate my phone. I don't understand this. It says to rotate my phone, and I don't understand. Can you guys see what's going on? Do you guys see the screen? Because, like, my phone is showing that it's not showing the screen. Can you guys see it? Let me know. Because I don't know if it's even showing my live. I have wood chips flying everywhere. Try to get this whittled down to look like a hat, not something that is square. And it shows showing the video on my tablet, but that does not mean it is actually showing it. So I'm wondering if you guys are seeing it or not. Because, like, there's nobody else popping. Oh, now we got 6 people. So let me know if you guys are here. Jump in and say hi. We're going to make Santa's hat here. We are working on... This is the Christmas challenge, so it's going to be Santa. We have a few little elves, some trees, presents. I got some pretty good sized ones to make trees. But we're working on, right now this is going to be his, like this is his hat and his nose. This will be his body and his legs. Just kind of shaping it out, seeing where I get here with it. Oops. Forgot to connect these here. It's his head. Gotta connect it all the way around or I forget where I'm at there. Alrighty, we're gonna go in a little bit here. It's not showing me comments, so if you guys are commenting, I'm sorry I'm not seeing them. This is going to be the ball of his hat. That's why I'm kind of getting this done so that it's sit in there so I know kind of where I'm at on it. I am at on his hat here. So that'll be the ball, and then this will be the brim part, and it'll come in. Like, his whole hat will kind of come this way. Kind of lean that way. throw some wood around here. Where is everybody today? Like, there's nobody popping on here today. Where's everybody at? It has definitely been a minute since I have carved, or whittled. I haven't done this in a while. So you can kind of see his hat taking shape here a little bit. We are going to come more this way with his little part here. That's kind of his little Santa hat here. Probably end up going in a little bit more than what I want to, or what I was thinking, but that's okay. We can do that. Should use the Dremel on his head, it'd probably go a lot quicker. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know if I can do it with the Dremel. But we could try. I don't Dremel basswood very often. going pretty quick, actually, with the Dremel. Might have to change my bit out a little bit. Maybe I should try using that one. I don't know if it's going to make any difference, but we'll try. Get my bit back to where I want it. Well, that didn't work. Also, word to the wise, do not ever Dremel with a glove on. Or a thumb condom. Because it will catch. And it'll take it all the way off there. It makes a mess. Really, really does. Don't do that. This hat's kind of coming along here. What do you guys think? It looks like a Santa hat or no? Kind of ish, not. That looks good. Alright. Covered in sawdust now. Got his hat kind of done, somewhat. I'm gonna have to do a little bit of fine tuning with some other bits here. Whew. Yeah! Yeah! Excuse me. Well, I've been live almost an hour. So, I'm going to jump off here, guys, because I don't think it's working anyway. So, I'm going to jump off here, and I'll catch you guys on the flip. Alrighty. Love you, bye.